Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story. Today is Tuesday, August the 27th, and I'm here to show you some progress that I am making on my amigurumis. Now today it's only going to be about one of the amigurumis that I've shown you in the last 2 or 3 weeks that I've been working on, because I kind of hit a little snag on the project. And you know, whenever you hit a snag, you just have to figure it out, do a workaround, or make up your mind as to whether to continue with that project or simply, well, either give up or put it to the side for a little bit, you know, just put it to sleep. But that's not what I did. I'll let you know in just a minute what it is that I am working on and how I accomplished or rectified my little problem there. But before I get to that, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that have decided to stop by. Can you tell I'm a little excited? Yes, I am. I'm going to have to calm down just a minute. Yeah. Okay. So, thank you to each and every one of you that have taken the time to stop in to see what it is that I'm working on, and you know, just to maybe chill out for a few seconds. And so I'm very honored that you're sitting here watching my video. If this is your first time here, welcome into you as well. All I ask of each and every one of you is to remember, hit that little thumbs up, because you know that it helps the channel. Alright, now as I shared with you about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer, I am working on a nativity. It's called Holy Night or Holy Nativity. Oh, come on. Maureen always gets it wrong. Anyway, it's the Holy Night Nativity book. And there's the little book. Here are all of the little pieces to it. Of course, here they all are all laid out for you. This is what the book will look like when it's all put together, and this will be the front of it. Now, as I've shown you in the past, I had already done little baby Jesus. Let me find him here for you. There he is, and I've also made his little manger. So I've made 7 of these because I'm making 7 books at one time. And my goal is to have all of these, the front, the little basket part here that's part of the book, and the book itself all completed, let's say by Thanksgiving. Like I said, I'm hoping that's my goal, but we're going to see. I may have to amend that come about October. But we'll see. I've still got plenty of time. Don't you think? I think so too. So I do have all 7 of my little baby Jesus. He comes out. There he is, all wrapped up in his little blanket. Now the only thing I haven't done is added his eyes. And then there's his little manger that he gets tucked away in. So I have 7 of these completed. And I also have 7 little lambs. Aren't they cute? Now, of course, again, the only thing I haven't done with them is to put their little eyes and smiley faces. Look at that little tail. Isn't that cute? Oh, a fuzz. Okay, isn't that cute? I just thought that was so cute there. The little legs were a little unusual in, let me get them fixed just right. There they go. The legs were a little, you would think that that looks like a puff stitch. You think that looks like a puff stitch? It's not. It's a popcorn stitch. And I never would have thought to use a popcorn stitch for the little legs, but it is cute, darling, and I will tell you, they do stand. Of course, they're standing there in my hand, so it's kind of pretty easy to make that happen, but they do stand on their own. Let me put it on this book here. Oops, just a minute. There we go. Now, isn't he cute? Look, oh, he will stand, but isn't that cute? Look at that. He's standing on his own. I just think that's so cute. And then, like I said, I will be putting the eyes and things on them a little bit later on. But I do have 7 of these finished, so I kind of feel like I'm doing pretty good. But it was mentioned that I might need to go ahead and work on the boxes, and that way I can make my decision on to if I look like I'm having a time factor in getting 7 of them completed, then maybe I should just work on getting the box all made, and then making sure I have Mother Mary and Joseph. Of course, I've already got the baby, and now I have a little lamb, so that I could get at least that much of it all together and send to them, and then I can finish out, have more time next year to finish out the 7 sets. But like I said, my goal is to get them done this year. So we'll see, but at least I have a plan B to work on. So speaking of plan B, this is where I had problems. I started on the book part. So you have to make 2 back, well, your the book itself is made out of like an outer layer and an inner layer, and you take the plastic canvas, a number 7 count, and you use that for your structure. So it's used for the front, the bottom, and the sides. It's also used in making the basket here for you, which is not the problem. That's not where I started having some issues. The issues was when I started making my first square. So I'm not going to hold this up where you can see everything, but I want to show you that I had to, very quickly, I think there was something wrong with the stitch count. I really do. Because if I followed it exactly like they said for it to be followed, and folks, I did this 3 times. I did my starting chain, and I had to work around the chain, and it has an unusual way of doing the corners. And many of you may have seen this before, where you use a single crochet, half double crochet in one stitch, and in the next stitch you do the half double crochet and a single. And it gives you a nice rounded edge instead of a pretty corner like we're used to doing when we're doing squares, which is okay. I mean, it's fine with me, not a big deal. But when I was starting to actually make the corners for it in that very first row, the stitch count was off, because it was having me make a stitch like 2/3 of the way through the row I already had, and it's like something's wrong here. So I ripped it out, did it again. I even used stitch markers to make sure that I was counting correctly. Still didn't work. So kind of got a little frustrated, and I decided, well, you know what, I know how to make a rectangle, so I'll just start out making my rectangle, and I will use my tape measure to give it the size that it needed, which is approximately 6 by 8. All right, so that's what I did. And every once in a while I would look at the pattern and I think, you know what, I bet I have already figured out where the initial problem was, and it was in the very first, in the chain itself. So now, if any of the rest of you have done this pattern and you got the square for the top and the bottoms, the inside covers to work given by these instructions, then please let me know down in the comment section, because I tell you what, there was no way I could get that to work. So for me, I found that not only did I have to adjust the stitch count, which turned out to be exactly what I thought every single time. I mean, I had to decrease by 4, I'll just tell you that much, and in my starting chain and starting single crochets in the row had to be adjusted. So yes, but I did, by using my measurements, I did get it to come out to the exact size that they wanted. I mean, right down to the centimeter, because this is measured in centimeters and not in inches. So and I also had to add 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows to get it to the length and width that it needed to be. Now, funny thing, folks, I don't know about you, but when I looked at this pattern initially, here we go, here's the front cover. I was expecting this to be a pretty big book, at least like maybe an 8 by 10, but it's not. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting it to be, but I didn't expect it to be as small as it is. Now, it's not tiny. Don't get me wrong. It's not tiny, but it is going to be the exact size of this beautiful book that was given to me for my birthday, I think, or I'm pretty sure it was a birthday present. Might have been a Christmas present. I can't remember, but I'm sure if the person that gave it to me sees this video, she'll leave a comment down in the comment section as to when she got it for me. But it is a 5-year prayer book. You know, you can write down little notes to yourself for those that you want to pray for. And it really was a lovely gift, and I have used it religiously, let me tell you. So anytime any of you ask for a prayer or send me something and I tell you I've got you in my prayer book, this is my prayer book that I talk about. But anyway, my little Holy Bible Nativity set book is going to be this size. Let me show you. Now, this block has not been blocked yet, this square, but look at that. That is exactly the size it's going to be. Is that not awesome? I mean, it just truly is. It's good. That is the size that it's going to be. Look at there. I was amazed, and I'm like, well, my goodness. But I guess really you don't want it to be a big book. And if you're going to make little miniatures, you shouldn't expect shoebox size, right? Or tinny shoebox size, because those are pretty big. But that's kind of what I had in mind. I don't know why. But anyway, it's nice to know now what size my book is going to be at. And I even took the measurements, folks. This is 17 by 13 by 6, so in centimeters. All right, not inches, centimeters. So this is exactly, I mean, it's great to have something that gives me a reference as to what my little book is going to look like. So I'm very, very excited about that. The only disappointing thing is that I probably spent a good 2 days first, like I said, trying to make the pattern that was given to me to work. And then, you know, ripping it out, going back again, ripping it out. I had to put it aside for a little while, and I had to let my brain stew on it. I apologize for the little cut there. It seems like, folks, it never fails. My husband seems to know when it is I am recording. Isn't that crazy? And there it was. My phone was ringing, and I'm trying to talk to you, and so had to stop, snip that out, talk to him a minute. So I'm back. But anyway, like I was saying, I had to let my brain stew on it just a little bit, and I finally worked it out. So, but like I said earlier, if you have worked this pattern and you were able to get this to work out exactly the way the young woman Laura Sutcliffe intended it to be, please let me know, because I would just like to know what it is that I am missing in the instructions, because it didn't click for me. But I did get one made, so I just need to make 13 more, and that's just for the front and back, and then I need to make 14 more of a different color to go for the inside. So yes, I have quite a few little blocks to make to do the book itself, but you know what? Now that I have the pattern whipped out, I can sit down and get these knocked out in an evening. So, I mean, not all of them, but you know, give me something a little mindless to do while I'm watching TV with the hubby and everything. But that's my progress so far on this. And like I said, after getting the pattern sorted out for myself and having this part here, folks, for me is, it makes up for the frustration that I experienced earlier. So I'm just glad. I'm a visual person, so to know how big my little box is going to be, just, it's a tickle for me. So I'm very excited about that. I do hope that you have stayed this long because I'd like to tell you again, thank you so much for watching my videos and seeing my progress on new projects, especially one like this because it's going to be a big one for me this time. Not quite as big as the Kraken was, but it's still going to be a big one. So I do hope that you will pop in from time to time to see my journey with it. That's all I have for you for today. Now, I haven't forgotten about Hannah and Oscar, my little woodland fairies. They are, I did put them aside for this past week trying to figure this out so I could get to a point where I could start, working on things when I wanted to take a break from other projects. So they have been asleep, but only for a week, so I will be pulling them out and doing a little bit more stitching on them, and I'll show you the progress on them the next time we all come together for AMIGURUMIS Conversations. Again, thank you so much, all of you, each and every one of you, for being here. Please remember to hit that like button, and if you're a newbie stopping in, please go and look at some of the other things on my channel. Hopefully it'll lead you to hit that subscribe button and look for the bell with the little hugs on the side, because it'll let you know every time I upload some content. So until tomorrow, please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. I love you all. See you next time. Bye.